Hey, what's up my friends? Welcome back to another review. Friends, this week I had the pleasure of reviewing what is the activated charcoal by the Stirling soap company. This is a company that I've been meaning to come back to, and this week we're gonna do just that. So let's cue the music and let's get right into our review. Guys, now that we had that opportunity to take a closer look at our soaps and our box, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about them, right? And here we have a very traditional style. Nothing really to add here. There's nothing really special about the design, anything like that. Just pretty straightforward, nothing wrong with that, obviously. This soap, here we have a classic charcoal soap. I love the way charcoal soaps look. I love the black color. This one's a little bit bigger. It's a 5.5 ounce soap, so it's a little bit bigger than your normal natural soaps. As you can tell, there's really not a whole lot to add here. So let's just move on to our next part. We're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about the ingredients of our soap. Okay, and so moving right into our ingredients section of our video, I'm gonna go ahead and post the ingredients for you to go ahead and look at them and follow along. But first thing that probably struck out to you is that you have 6 different fatty oils, which is very impressive. We don't really see that very often. In fact, the only company I know that does that regularly is Sudsy Bear. I may be forgetting one or two, but off the top of my head, that's the only one I can think of. But that's good though, man. A lot of these fatty oils are really good for hydrating the skin, keeping moisturized, nice, soft, smooth, and young looking, right? And are all naturally antimicrobial and things like that. So that's a really good thing to see. And you're also gonna probably see later that it's going to have a really nice lather. A little foreshadowing there for you. And obviously we have the activated charcoal, right? So let's move on that. You're gonna have an essential oil blend. You're gonna have about roughly 5 different essential oils, and that's gonna pretty much make up our scent profile here. We have some lavender, we have some sage, we also have some juniper berry, we also got some orange, and to wrap it all off, we got a little hint of blackberry, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about those as that's gonna make up our scent. And last but not least, we have our sodium lactate. That's another ingredient we don't really see too often, and all that is just a salt of lactic acid. That is something our body produces naturally. So yes, if you're concerned, don't worry, that is actually something our body produces naturally. Now it does have a purpose, it's not just there. Sodium lactate actually naturally acts as a preservative for our soap, and also it helps hydrate our skin. So it actually has a couple purposes here, right? Yeah, but there you have it, guys. That's a quick overview of our ingredients for the activated charcoal. Let's go ahead and move on to the sniff test portion of our video. That's kind of where I try to do my best to tell you how the bar soap is gonna smell. So let's move right along. Yeah, so we're moving right along into our sniff test portion of the video. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about how the activated charcoal smells for us. Now, to put it very simply, what you got here is a very fresh, a very clean smelling soap, but it has this really nice orange citrusy element to it, and that's really what stands out to me the most. But man, it's so well balanced, and overall it makes for what is a very pleasant smelling bar of soap, man, especially in the morning. Like, the soap does very well in the morning. It's just something nice to wake up to, honestly. Now it does say it has a hint of black pepper. Well, you can kind of smell the black pepper, but you really gotta smell for it. But it's there, it's just a little hint of it. Kind of one of those things where like you almost have to be like envisioning, like focusing on smelling for the black pepper. But other than that, it's almost not really noticeable. But it's there, it adds a nice little touch to it for sure. But at the end of the day, guys, what you have here is overall a very solid smelling bar of soap. Now, I don't think if you get this soap, I don't think you open up the box and go, oh my God, I've never smelled anything like this before. You know what I mean? No, this isn't that type of soap. I think what you do instead is when you get it open the box, you go, oh wow, that's a really nice smelling bar soap. I think that's more realistic, and I think that's what we have here. So, but with that being said though, guys, let's move on to the next part of our video where we're gonna do a little lather test, and we're gonna come back and do some concluding thoughts, and let's wrap up our video. So let's move right along. Gentlemen, welcome back from the lather test. As you can tell, our activated charcoal had a really nice lather. No surprise there knowing what our ingredients were, but it's still great to really see. But let's start wrapping up our video, going over a couple of final details here. The activated charcoal by Stirling Soap Company is gonna come at 5.5 ounces. So it's gonna be a little bit bigger than your average natural bar soap. But here's the kicker though. Our soap's gonna only cost us $5. So right away, you were getting a lot of value here, or a lot of bang for your buck, right? Especially when you start considering a lot of your soaps are gonna cost you $7 to $9, maybe even more, and they're only gonna weigh like 4.2 to 5 ounces, right? That's typically where we see those soaps fall. Here with Stirling Soap Company, you get 5.5 at $5. That's pretty darn impressive. I'm not quite sure how they're able to get away with, or not get away, but able to sell their soap at that price using those ingredients and still come out ahead. I don't know how they do it, but that's pretty darn impressive. But either way, man, good for us, right? And guys, if I'm being perfectly honest here, there's really not a whole lot else to add here. Just overall, you have a really good bar of soap at a really good price. It's a pretty easy recommendation actually for me. There's no red flags in the ingredients. In fact, everything was pretty impressive actually. The quality of the soap was really, really noticeable. Performance wise, did excellent, man. I mean, there was nothing that really stood out to me. Skin was soft, everything was moisturized. So there you have it, my friends. That is my review of the activated charcoal by the Stirling Soap Company. Now, if you're looking for something that was a good value, that was a good size, or you were just interested in the Stirling Soap Company, or you were just trying to figure out what soap to start with, yes, across the board, right? Go check the Stirling Soap Company out. Check this soap out. This would be a wonderful starting point actually. They actually have 16 total different soaps, all natural soaps in their little library, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it, considering they have like dozens and dozens of different soaps. The fact that they have that many in their arsenal is really impressive actually. So if this one doesn't necessarily tickle your fancy, pretty sure one of them will. They have that many soaps. Something is going to be of your interest, I promise. Especially at the quality. I mean, they got some really good stuff. So, but all right, guys, that being said though, that concludes this video. I hope to see you in another review, maybe another video. But till then, guys, you take care of yourselves, and as always, stay natural.